States of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Big up, welcome in episode 208 here on the Untitled Series. Welcome in live from United States of America. This is myself and my co-host Chewy. First post-match, and honestly, Midlothian Hearts, you can hold that. 5 to be exact. We did hold one of our own. They're going to say it was their own goal, but really Emerson Royale gave them that. But look, we move. I'm obviously wearing... What is this? Oh, you might ask. A kangaroo on a Tottenham Hotspur ball? Yes, that's right. First day of Ange Ball. Feels so good to be back. Back like we never left. The seat is still warm. I kept it warm. Ange Postecoglou arrived. And you know what? So have you. So big up. Welcome into the show. Whether you came in from This Is Football, El Agua, big up. Make sure you hit a like, subscribe. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers here on the channel. But look, really excited with what I saw today. I got to be honest. I have a lot of different things that we will be taking a look at here, but in due time. Let's say hello to those of you in the chat, and then obviously there's a poll in the chat as well. It says, who was the most impressive today for you? Right now 46% say Lucas Bergvall and Archie Gray. 38% says Djed Spence / Lancashire and Mikey Moore. 12% says no one impressed me today, to be honest, and you know what, that's fair. And 4% says some good and awful, but not impressed. We'll check back in with that poll as the show goes along. But look, I just want to say big up to the boys over there on El Agua. Appreciate y'all. Always have a good time. If you did come on over from that channel and you're like, what do you do here? You know, I just do my thing. How about that? I do my own thing, really. Sometimes I have guests on. Sometimes I have people come on and chat. But really, I keep my circle small. So I don't have that many people. I don't have panels, all that shit. I'm trying to work on doing a weekly, when the season's going, I'm trying to do like on the weekend, a little weekend roundup and have various people from different clubs and stuff, and we'll do like a mixed panel. But for the most part, this is a Tottenham Hotspur channel. Occasionally I'll stream PlayStation stuff. I did just get a PlayStation 5, so I got to figure out how to get that thing going on the streaming side of it. But look, do we start at the beginning? Where do I even start? Because honestly, I was taking care of 2 children while I watched this game. So I don't know. If you watch the game, let me know. But honestly, I pulled up my notes. You can't see that. But look, this is my notes on the game. I took a lot of notes on the game. So I don't know whether to start with the bookmarks and stuff, but as always, I will start with the chat. We'll say hello to you all before we really get going here, and obviously hello to Chewy. He's been dream running, so you might be seeing him scamper off in his sleep. Big up the second wheel. Good to see you in the house. Says he doesn't like Djed Spence. That's fair. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are pretty upset with him. I'm not one of those. I do hope he comes good. Today was very much a bright spot to see Djed Spence play in that manner, honestly, because quite frankly, we do need a backup fullback. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't also get one on the market, but Djed Spence is, at least in my opinion, putting his name in the hat. Big up Tot Spurs, says big up Jacob and all. Good to see the youngsters have a run out today. Big up Tot Spurs, good to see you. Big up Warrior J. Good to see you every single time. Warrior J. Total Eclipse is here. Says, did Spurs win today? Total Eclipse, I'm going to have to stop you there, my friend. First of all, big up to you. I hope your family's well. I hope you're well. But I am going to stop you there because I got a bone to pick with you. When I was on Hassam's chat, which big up Hassam, I see him in the chat. He watched the whole ad. Big up for that. Helping me get that ad revenue that they're inevitably going to take away because I say too many fucks. But no fucks to give, really. But Total Eclipse, you said some things about Romero. And it was about him being rash and having a bozo gene. And those two things are a lie. Doing that in 2024 is about as uncool as I think skinny jeans are now out of fashion per the young the kids today. So yeah, that's how old that is. So go ahead, give up the agenda, embrace the fact that Romero is actually one of the world's best center backs, and your ball knowledge will boop 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 like fucking Mario. But big up Total Eclipse every single time. Sipsco, yo, big up. That's a new name in the chat. If you are a new name, I do like with people who are new. I like to, if y'all like to interact, I like to interact with the chat when I do solo streams. When I have a guest on or two guests or something, usually I interact less with the stream, or excuse me, with the chatters. But if you are, new and you came on over from This Is Football, let me know where you're tuning in from. I like to say good morning to, obviously, those of you in Australia. This would be early on, still in the morning for y'all. Good evening to those of you in the UK, and obviously good afternoon those of you in the United States. Or those of you on playback. Technically, it can be whatever fucking time in the world you want it to be, because time is, in fact, a man-made construct. But big up Sipsco. That's a new name in the chat. Love that shirt. Big up Nate Pie. Love that name, Nate Pie. Seeing that in the chat is always a good time. Good morning to you, Nate Pie, as well. Like the video now, you fraud, says Hassam. And he's the one who sent you here. So really what Hassam is saying.
You must have had a great view of that.
Wow, unbelievable from the back. Yeah.
Unbelievable indeed. Big up Rowan Kumar says, can't wait for 15 more matches this season. 15 more? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, but come on, you Spurs. Hopefully we got a lot more than 15 matches coming up. Big up George. Says, big up Jacob. Big up 6 UCLs. That is a Liverpool fan, because y'all are the ones who flex that 6 UCLs. So big up to you and those 6 UCLs. Chilius is here. That's a familiar face, Liverpool fan. I said this before, I'll say it again. We are not here to compete. We are here to dominate. Come on, you Spurs. Hey, second wheel. I know we feeling hype today, and I'm feeling really hype. And I mean, if the second half is any indication, don't talk to me, but talk to me nicely when you say, could we? Could we do something? Could we do something nice? Hey, maybe. We'll find out. Big up. We're just a Kev. Big up Jacob in the chat. Big up. Am I in your circle, Jacob? How do I get in it? That's slightly AO, but I will allow it. I will say no, Regista Kev, you are not in my circle. Not in the tiniest. It's like an onion. There's like layers to it, right? Or a jawbreaker. There's layers to the. You're in one of them because you are a YouTube member, but I think you were gifted it, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, because of that, automatically you do get pushed up in there. Big up Illmatic. He's not a YouTube chat member, but he's part of the onion. Big up Skinny Fat Huey. Oi, Huey. Is that in reference to The Boys, the show from Amazon? I love it. That's why I said Oi, Huey. Oi, Huey. I love Butcher. It's one of the greatest characters created in movie. But big up to you. I was there. It was a good atmosphere. Hey, big up. Hey, real quick. Skinny Fat Huey, since you were there, it was so good, so nice. It felt like the old shirt you love that makes you feel real good. You look real good in it. You feel like you look real good in it. And you put it on. I hear in the Ainge Postacoglu song, so thank you so much if you contributed to that. That made me feel good. Also because, you've got what they call the truth speakers, who say this and that about Ainge. It's really good to get the voices of the opinions, the fans who travel to go see the team, whether it be in Scotland or wherever they may be, singing the Ainge Postacoglu song, to me says that the fan base still does fuck with Ainge Postacoglu. And I mean that in a good way. Like in America, you say, I fuck with you. That's a good thing. But so big up Skinny Fat Huey. Hopefully y'all fucking with Ainge, because I'm fucking with Ainge. Talk to me now. Come on. Do I need to tell you how I feel about Ainge? Hey, I'll be front row in that fucking crowd. But we move. I'm going to keep saying what's up. Big up Warrior J. Thoughts on your players' performances? I'll star that. I'll bring it up in just a minute. Big up Warrior J. Appreciate the comment. I'm from New York. I would like a good morning too. Good morning, even though it is the afternoon for you. You weird New York. Man, y'all out there in New York are crazy weirdos. Shout out Staffy and Will and Omar and Griggs and all those New York bastards. Kieran, guys, big up. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Hey, I think you're the same Kieran from a WhatsApp group. If you are, and you ever want to come on the channel and talk Tottenham, man, I've seen you here a few times. Let me know. I'll always drop you the link. Love having a guest on. Love having debuts as well. So big up Kieran. You can also tell me how to fucking say it correctly, how to say your name. Lucas was really good at dictating play. Oh, Lucas Bergvall. Archie Gray didn't look out of place against a big lump of a striker. Both didn't really well. I'm not sure what that means, but big up JJ Ash. Good to see you back in the house, my friend. Big up Jacob. Smash the likes. Hey, good to see JJ Ash back in the United Spurs of America chat. Big up Aki Yakub. Yeah. Hey, big up Hawks SA. I believe this looks like you're a Chelsea fan. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Good evening, wherever you may be. If you're in London, it's just past midnight for you. Rowan Kumar, 15 plus matches this season, at least 8 Europa, plus hopefully more in Carabao FA Cup. I hope we get to see these kids more. And I'm going to throw this out there. Will Lancashire, when we extended him, honestly, the numbers he was putting up in the Premier League 2 when Tottenham won the Premier League 2 last year, for me, is enough to say that he did something that Dane Scarlett never did. Valise obviously never had the chance to, so I can't really use that against him. But I want to bring up this topic to Spurs fans who have been keeping up with the youth as of late, because honestly, for me, seeing Will Lancashire, he fits the profile of a striker that I would like to have a better look at. Obviously, we sold Troy Parrott, but Dane Scarlett, he's had a lot of failed loan attempts. Ipswich, if you remember most recently, we loaned him to Ipswich in the summer. They sent him back by the winter, and then we sent him somewhere else. And Ipswich ended up getting second place in the championship. So they knew what they were doing by sending Dane Scarlett back and saying, nah, he's surplus to goods. So to me, the Dane Scarlett thing, I feel as though Will Lancashire is now 18 years old. He just signed a new contract. Give him a chance to at least show us what he could do. We've got 5 more preseason matches. That's a lot. 2 of them against Bayern Munich, by the way. On Saturday, we play Queen's Park Rangers. I really don't understand why Will Lancashire only got like 20-some minutes. Look, we'll look at the numbers and all that stuff. I've got, obviously, the sofa score pulled up here. But Lancashire, not a lot of minutes. Let me look at the bench and let me see it. He came in at halftime and left 21 minutes later. So to me, that's not a lot of minutes. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it in a minute, but let me keep saying what's up. Big up Mel Knight TV. Bond. Word is bond, Jacob Spence to stay, in my opinion. Hit the likes. Word is a bond. Big up Mel Knight. You making sure you hitting that like. I appreciate that. Danny Talk Sports. Good morning. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Ooey. I don't know what that is. Ainge is a funny guy. I like his quotes on taking a nap when he got linked to England. He may have been watching England when he said he was taking a nap on the England thing. Y'all saw that? Fabrizio tweeting that? And I wonder why. It's interesting timing. Right after our match ends, he goes tweeting about Ainge Postecoglou. A coincidence? I don't think so, but I was actually looking for... There it is. I'll share that with y'all here. There you go. Ainge Postecoglou on links with the England job. I was having a nap this afternoon. I have no idea. I'm the Tottenham manager. I'm determined to bring success to this club. Talk to me nicely, Ainge. Ainge is talking to me nicely. Come on now. That's where my focus is totally. Fucking, like, when Ainge say this type of shit to me, honestly, this is really what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
It really does. It really does. I'll be honest. So big up Ainge for that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Where was I? Big up for just a... Good to see you. P.S. I think I bought 1 membership and got gifted twice. Hey, there's been people in the chat who are very generous and they gift out a lot of memberships. So the fact that you got one, I think, you know, people have rumored to say YouTube gives it to those people who have the highest watch time on that channel. But I don't know if that's true. But hey, if it is, then that means you're definitely further closer to the core of this onion, if that makes sense. Hey, Huey. Oi, Huey. You're goddamn right I did. Loud and proud, and they absolutely do. Nothing but love for Ainge. I love it, man. I've often said I feel like Ainge can really be the person to lead us from the drought of no trophies to the promised land of love and trophies. And that's what he's talking about. And if we don't win one with him, he's going to be the guy to set us up for the next guy to come. And that's what I'm feeling like. Like the actual pages have turned. We've finished writing the old flame of the thing that once was burning bright, i.e. the Canes and the Delis and the, you know, the fucking Champions League obviously was like the height. Premier League run 2016 was another height. But again, ultimately didn't get over the line. I hope that we can with Ainge. I hope that Ainge stays here for 9 years and wins us fucking 5 leagues. Wouldn't that be sick? Wouldn't that be sick? No, not from the boys, but I love that show. Mother's Milk, fighting a dick last season was hilarious, bro. The show is unrivaled. Big up to the boys. If you know, you know. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. Ibrahim, big up Jacob, smash the like. Oi Huey, oh man, I love that fucking. That Butcher's my favorite character of all time. I can't lie. Oi Huey, me and my buddy were doing that over and over to each other last night when we were playing chess. Anyway, also, I just relogged into my chess.com account. Whoever wants smoke, if you think you're good at chess and you want to rumble with me, let me know. Drop your tags in the comments after the video's done and all that. I will add you, I promise. Yes, it is. We'll definitely come on sometime. Hey, big up. There you go. Come on, Kieran. Come on. Get in. Get in. Come on, you Spurs. I think Lancashire should be our second striker. Being our second striker is a big step from where he is right now, but I at least think he should be heavily involved. I hope he starts versus QPR, to be honest. I don't like Son as our striker. I really don't. The best chance he had on goal was a moment in which he dropped back, if I'm remembering, per my notes. Let me see. What did the old notes say there about that Sonny chance? Well, that was a Sonny awful first touch in the box after a great pass. It was way before that. Son picks up the ball. There it is. In the 26th minute, Son picks up the ball at right back area. Nice build up, and he should have scored. And there's Kulusevski. I give him a lot of shit, and I dunk on him a lot. But for what it's worth, for all his ineptitude as a winger, I thought he was doing really good 1-2 link-up play with Madison. He tried to do it with Brennan Johnson on the other side. It didn't really work. But I like the passing from Kulusevski today. The short passing, the timing of it, the weights of it. Obviously for the hockey assist, that, our first goal, Brennan Johnson, where he scored. If you remember, Madison, beautiful. He picks up the ball, he lays it to Kulu. Kulu fucking, I don't know how the defender didn't stop it, but nutmegs the defender. It was a great pass, beautifully well worked goal. When you do that, football can be real easy. Big up Katie Kim. Hello, Jacob. Hard to keep up your channel because of the different time zone. 8:20 a.m. here in Korea, but good to see you again. Hey, big up Katie Kim. Let me see if I can get you some balloons so early in the morning and maybe bring you some energy, because I know at 8:20 in the morning I am not the most energetic folk, but luckily it is 5:20 in the evening here for me, so 5:25 now I think it is. But big up Katie Kim all the way in Korea. Big up all the Korean supporters out there. I haven't seen Goguma around in a long, long time, but if she ever, I hope she's doing good. Big up Goguma. Anytime I think of Korea, I think of Goguma. I think of Sunny, I think of Goguma, and now I think of Katie Kim as well. I think there's also a Gina Kim that's out there in Korea. So there's a few of y'all. Hey, wherever you are, tap in. I like knowing where y'all tapping in from. Arson Lubin, big up Jacob. Really pleased with what I saw today, especially the youngsters. Hey, talk to me nicely, Arson Lubin. They looking good. Is the Hart Stadium next to a dumpster? So many damn seagulls. I don't like seagulls. I don't fuck with seagulls. As you know, I have a stern policy here on the channel. So, if you know, you know. If you guys won the UCL, it would be peak for Arsenal. Bro, if we won the UCL, bro, we would be so different as a club right now if we won the UCL that year. But just think about winning the UCL, bro. I mean, that'd be insane. Werner is the third choice left winger. Honestly, Werner looked awful, I thought. I didn't like anything I saw from him today. Not surprised though. What you have Djed Spence as backup left back? Would you have? Big up Charlie Moondog. I just saw Papa Moondog in the chat the other day. Big up to all the Moondog family. Big up Charlie Moondog. Back, good to have you back in the chat, my friend. Would I have Spence as the backup left back? I don't know about left back. What's his name? Robson from the academy. He had a couple good defensive actions in left back. I'd like to see him get a shot at it over Jamie Donnelly. However, Jamie Donnelly didn't look bad in the position either, especially when you think about this, Charlie Moondog. Jamie Donnelly is primarily known as kind of an attacking midfielder. But if you think about the way that we invert our fullbacks, that's kind of a prime area in which he will be operating if he did let's say, play a left back that inverts in the system, those positions on the pitch that he would be occupying would be familiar. The big question mark, the big worry would obviously be defensively. Does he get back well enough? I don't know. I can't say. It's obviously one preseason match versus Midlothian Hearts, and they're called Midlothian for a reason. They could have scored 4 goals in that first half. Let's not forget. So, we absolutely our second team looked so much more composed, and they had their better players come on in the second half, and we did the opposite, and we looked better. You know, I was very much impressed with that second 45. The first 45, you want to know how my notes go for that first 45, Charlie Moondog? This is just for you. The first 45, skip giveaway in the 3rd minute. I wish I could share this on screen with y'all right now. Skip giveaway in the 3rd minute. In the 5th minute, Pedro Porro, pour on the ball, led to a shot for Hearts. Could have been 1-0 in the 5th minute right there to Hearts. 6th minute, Son, nice dribble, then bad pass in the 6th minute. So he had a good dribble and then a very bad pass outside the box. I remember very early on. Madison wins the ball, gives it away. 7th minute. Players rusty, right? They're rusty. That's our first competitive match, you could say, I guess. Brennan Johnson, horrible cross in the 10th minute. Gray with great defending in the 11th minute. There we go. There's our first. So in the 11th minute is where I have my first good note. And then I also have a 50-50 note here in the 12th minute. Basuma, nice turn on the ball. And then it says / Brennan Johnson, bad pass, which that will be a theme. Foreshadowing, that is going to be a theme, ladies and gentlemen. Brennan Johnson, bad pass, by the way. Gray and Austin under pressure, poor for opposition corner in the 13th minute. This was a moment in which I think we were playing out of the back. If you remember in the very beginning of the second half, we obviously were playing out of the back very poorly. Again, and conceded per Emerson. Very, very grateful for Emerson doing that. Madison, nice ball to Pedro Porro. Nice cross in the 14th minute. I don't know how that ended. I guess I didn't put how that ended, but I noted it. So good ball from Madison to Porro. And Porro had a nice cross. I just think no one got under it. Again, you have a target man, probably does get to it. Solomon, awful cross after short corner, 15th minute. Johnson, poor cross, 17th minute. Kulusevski, nice 1-2 with Brennan Johnson, but he went down soft though. Oh, Kulu went down soft though in the 18th minute. 19th minute, Donley, maybe, bad giveaway. Because I don't know who it was, but it was a white dude out there on the left-hand side. Really bad giveaway, led to a Hearts chance. And 2 minutes later, well, okay, so it led to a chance, and that was ultimately, a minute later, Brandon Austin had a great reaction save in the 20th minute. 21st minute, Hearts missed opportunity again. Skip bodied, leading to a chance. So Skip, obviously not a center back, but he was getting bodied. Kulusevski, bad giveaway in the 21st minute. Basuma, bad turnover in the 24th minute. Brennan Johnson, cross to no one yet again in the 24th minute. And then aforementioned Sonny picking up the ball. Again, Sonny as our striker, picking up the ball in the right back position led to his best opportunity of the entire half. Maybe second best opportunity. There was another one there probably close to the end of the half that he should have scored as well. He should have scored, though. He should have scored that. He's probably rusty. Madison free kick hits the wall. So I took that as a note because I wanted to see who's going to be taking our free kicks this season. As you know, I cannot remember legitimately. Someone will have to help me out here in the chat. I cannot remember the last time Tottenham scored off of a free kick. If you can, let me know. Number 27 cooked and bodied in the 33rd minute. And then again has a oodles of time and lost the ball a minute later. Basuma drives wall. So Basuma had some good notes. Solomon doesn't. Gray, Basuma, Madison, and Kulu are the only ones with good notes, I think, in the first half. So that's per my amateur watch while I fucking take care of 2 children. Now, the second half is a whole different story because that's where the fun really begins. And it was actually interesting because the second half of the game was the most fun to watch. But in my life, I know you didn't ask, but in my life, the second half was the most hectic, busy, and hardest for me to take notes. Although I did still take notes, much to the chagrin of my children. But look, I guess that kind of answers this question. Thoughts on your new player's performance? Or at least this will help me get into it. I started for a reason. Big up Warrior J. Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall, Yum. Mikey Moore, cooking. Mikey Moore, bro. Mikey Moore. Bro, Mikey Moore. I swear, he's the best right winger we got on the squad. I'm saying it now. Mark this. Somebody please time code it. 26 minutes, 15 seconds. Mikey Moore is the best right winger that Tottenham Hotspur have at the club right now. There's nobody you could put out there that's going to be better than Mikey Moore. Now, that's either an indictment on this club or that speaks to the fucking sheer talent of Mikey Moore. But Brennan Johnson, get him out. Mikey Moore was delivering crosses. Djed Spence was delivering crosses off the right-hand side. Pedro Porro wasn't that great in the first half. I have him giving some bad giveaways. There was one moment he tracked back very well and won a ball defensively. Again, I think you should be doing that versus Midlothian Hearts. But Mikey Moore, he is fucking turning 17 next week, I think. But Mikey Moore is the best player on the right wing that Tottenham have. Again, either an indictment of our club, which it might be both. You know, two things could be true at the same time. It could be an indictment of our club that he is the best, and it could also speak to the volumes of. He's got the confidence too. There was a beautiful, beautiful ball build up play. Hang on, my son's awake. I just want to make sure my wife knows because she was in the living room. I actually had planned to have like pictures and stuff up whenever. That's Archie Gray. I do want to talk about Archie Gray for a second, but look. Yeah, there it is. There's a photo of Mikey Moore and Lancashire. I need these two men to be a part of our club going forward. I'm not talking about loan. I know. So like, I like to ask people's opinions. I asked a couple of people's opinions, whose opinions I rate very highly. I said, and talking about Lancashire, you know, like I think he should deserve a chance. I think he should jump the queue. I think he deserves that. I think he's shown that he is better than, bro. Lancashire's finish, I don't think Richarlison does that finish today. I'll be honest. I'm not trying to talk shit on Richarlison, but I just think Lancashire and Mikey Moore, I'm not trying to get too hype on them. Maybe I am. But honestly, I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not. I want Mikey Moore to be a part of this team. On the bench, off the bench, I don't know. But for me, he looks better at a right wing than anyone else that we have. I don't care what we do. I want Son as my left winger and Lancashire as my striker. I think Lancashire and Mikey Moore could be two of those guys that we just be like, wow, what in 5 years' time, they could like be the real fucking deal. Mikey Moore, this young man with the confidence. I have a bookmark. Let me go to it. I can't show it obviously because it's game footage, but I can pause it and I can hide it and stuff. But there's something I starred, which also, look at this. I don't know what this account said. Oh, here you go. Let me do this so you can see it better. I don't know what this account says, but they're just these pictures, bro. Will Lancashire is a fucking unit. He deserves a chance. He deserves a chance. This guy's a unit. Get him in over Dane Scarlett. I get him in over Valise. I get him competing with Richarlison. And I guess it's between him and Richarlison competing to who's the backup to Sonny. Which again, I don't want Sonny as my fucking as my leading striker. I'd rather Sonny be my left winger. I'll be honest. I changed my mind, and because I saw a lot of him at striker last year, and honestly, I think he can offer us more as a left winger because Timo Werner, Solomon, whoever the fuck you want to put out there, they do not offer enough for me. I know people were like, "Oh look, number 27, he was cooking, he was doing this and that." I'm not buying into that. I don't think so. Whoa. Sorry about that. For those of you with headphones on, y'all just got blasted in the ear with something because I smacked my thing. I'm moving my hands too much. What it was because I was actually trying to tweet that I'm live now. Talking the Hearts v Tottenham match. Boom. I wanted to tweet that real quick because I didn't tweet it. And you got to have a fucking Twitter Blue. You got to pay for Twitter now to stream to Twitter. So I'm just letting all the Twitter people know that I am live. Oh, I just got a lovely text from somebody. He may be wanting to pop on to say hello, how you doing? But I'm talking about Will Lancashire. I'm talking about Mikey Moore. Mickey and Mikey, bro. We might be the fucking Mickey Mouse Club by the time this thing is all said and done, but I don't mind. Look at this young man. This dude is the real fucking deal. He's the real fucking deal. I don't care what nobody say. He's the real deal. I'm actually saving this photo. Mikey Moore. preseason 1. There. Boom. Got a Mikey Moore photo I could use. I also want to talk about Djed Spence, Lancashire. There's a lot of young players I do want to talk about. I'll be real honest. Let me see who else is here. So I feel like I neglected the chat. I'm getting caught up in my Bro, we can cook. I feel it, dog. I'm not trying to hype, but I am feeling hype. I'm not trying to overdo it. Like, everywhere you go, they're gonna be like, oh, don't overdo it. Oh, just be conservative with, let's give these guys time. Bro, Lucas Bergvall, to me, occupied the positions in which Papa Montessar would occupy. Alfie Devine was occupying the positions in which James Madison was occupying the first half. So for me, it looks like Lucas Bergvall could be the SAR competition. Archie Gray, I don't know. I heard he played right back in the closed friendly, and then he played center back today. And he was to me, he was our best player in the first half, Archie Gray. But I feel like Bergvall and Archie Gray were two of the guys that we were already very excited to look at and we knew were going to perform to some degree. But Bergvall impressed me very much so. And I'm kind of scattergun approaching, and I promise I will hone in on just a second. So there it is. Let me do this. Boom. So that way I don't get copyright. So I'm going to play by play this moment. I'm going to drop the link. So if you want to watch it on the Twitter clip with me, there's the tweet that I'm watching when I'm talking about this. So this is in the second half. The game clock is at 88:41. It's already 5-1, but just look, I mean, just Mikey Moore here is phenomenal. So it's, I believe we subbed on that 18-year-old keeper, 19-year-old keeper, Luca Gunter. So he plays it short to Bergvall, who drops in between the two center backs right at the top of the 18-yard box, probably 20 yards out from goal. He gets pressed by Midlothian, turns, beats his man, just through the legs around him, just a cheeky touch, lays it off to, I believe that's Tyrese Hall, and then obviously plays it back to Lucas, who then plays it forward through the lines, like within a matter of a second, plays it real quick touch through the lines. Love that, because a lot of our our midfielders, because I don't want to say 6'8", 10. Ainge said get away from 6'8", 10. I'm getting away from 6'8", 10. But Lucas Bergvall, he gave his back, he's facing our goal, man on, beautiful turn, first touch, finds the first man, the guy gives up, boom, he has it in space. Within a second, his next touch is to play it forward through the lines to, I don't know who that was, who then plays it through the lines, beautiful. I don't know who that white guy is. And he went for the shot. What a great shot. Anyway, just another moment, I believe. Oh, speaking of moment, I believe we have a moment's time of someone's time.
Hey.
We got Paul, the Hotspur hippie, everyone's favorite hippie, everyone's favorite Australian Spurs YouTuber. How are you doing?
I'm all right, man. Is it too early to say generational talent, Jacob? That's what I want to know.
You know, some people take 5 years to get married to the one that they're dating. For me, it didn't take me that much time personally. I'm not going to divulge in all my marriageal news, so to speak. But Paul, generational win? Question mark.
Question mark? Exclamation mark?
to me, Paul, I'm saying I put it in the title with alarm bells because for some reason people on YouTube like it when you put alarm bells in the title. So I'm starting to do that now. But I'm saying generational win because for me, there was many generations of players out there. Archie Gray is one generation of the Gray footballing family, and he was out there playing, and he won. So that's a generational win to me. Lancashire, Mikey, they're from this TikTok generation. They're from now the 90s fashion is cool. 90s fashion was lame when I was a teenager because that was what was cool when I was a child. And now it's back, and it's, this is generational win, Paul. So tell me I'm wrong. I dare you.
I think you might be on it. All signs are there for the quadruple, if you ask me, man.
It's
You know,
technically a baby
obviously-
quad, right? Because it's Europa. So let's put our foot on the brake a little, Paul. It's a baby
Okay.
quad.
I mean, obviously, you know, there's the caveats, there's asterisk. Yeah, it's weaker opposition. Yeah, it's pre-season. But bollocks, let's go for the quad. We're in 4 trophies. Let's win all of them.
Let's win them all. Big up Derek Smith. Big up Katie. Big up Moondog. He's back in the house. I was almost caught up in the chat. I see James Wright's here. Hugo's here. How's everybody doing? I'm super behind in the chat. Sorry about that. Big up Wayne Bonner as well. How did Divine play when he came on? I thought he was occupying, again, the same areas as James Madison. Didn't look out of place. Did pick up and carry the ball in a couple areas. Seemed more prone to passing. He didn't really stand out. I think he's destined for a loan. He's reaching, 21 years old? I don't know. It feels to me like another Dane Scarlett, Troy Parrott situation. But hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully he proves me wrong. I love being in the mud. It's good for the skin. But look, big up Ronald. Ronald's here. Everyone's saying hello, Paul. I told you. Look, big up Paul. Hello,
Hey.
Paul. Greetings, Paul. Good evening, Paul. Big up Jacob and Paul from Craig the Gecko Man. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, I said you were everyone's favorite hippie. I'm right. I said you were everyone's favorite Australian. Hell, I'm right again. But
Well,
speaking of right,
what I like to do each pre-season, I did it last year at Singapore, is send out my army of seagulls to observe the game as well. You know, because I've only got 2 eyes watching the TV. It's better to have 50 eyes up in the sky. So the seagulls did well as well this morning.
I'm not gonna lie, the angle, I thought them birds were gonna get banged with some of them crosses, but hey, they did a good job of avoiding it. I would have, however, aimed for them because I have a vendetta against seagulls, as many regulars of the channel know. But Paul, without talking about those fucking dirty flying rats of the sea, I was right now talking about Will Lancashire and Mikey Moore specifically, and then I'm going to talk about more about Bergvall and Archie Gray, because I feel like there's a lot of kids that we got, and then Djed Spence, he needs his own segment as well. And I'm already 40 minutes into this stream, and my wife's going to divorce me if I go too late. So, but I still have time. Don't worry, I'll risk it. Look, because we don't have enough money for 2 lawyers, and we share a bank account. So how about that? Mikey Moore and Will Lancashire. I'll start with Will Lancashire first, because for me, this kid just signed a deal. He extended for another 5 or 6 years. He's here till 2029, I think it is now. So he's getting paid more. Had a hell of a goal, a legitimate striker's goal today. People say, "Oh, it's Midlothian. Oh, it's Hearts." Let's not get too caught up in it, Paul. But what I would say to them is, I look at the intangibles and the attributes of how we've got a certain goal. Now, I'm not blowing smoke out and saying Brennan Johnson looks great, because I think he was ass for the entire first half, and he was just there at a tap-in. And anyone gassing up Brennan Johnson, he didn't do anything for me that moved the meter any more or less for him. If anything, I feel the same about Brennan Johnson, which is not very good. Not good at all, actually. Kind of upset. James Madison moved the needle a little bit to make me feel better, but again, I look at the intangible things you do on the pitch as a team, as a player, specifically as a striker. The turn, the run, the staying on fucking side is something, Richarlison never does. I'm saying, even if Son is our number 1 option at striker, which I don't want him to be, I think we should go get a striker, a target man. But Will Lancashire is a body that could fit the profile of a target man striker. And the fucking hit he put on that ball, the placement, that is a striker's goal. I haven't seen Richarlison get those. I've seen him get those same chances and it go wide of the far post, or go right at the keeper, or go a near post, or him shank it, him whiff. I've seen Jonathan David do that. And this is a guy that we are linked with, before kickoff. Oh, Jonathan David, Tottenham, Jonathan David. I think Jonathan David's a bozo. Bro, fuck all them. Give me Will Lancashire. I feel like not enough people are talking about Will Lancashire. Am I too high on the sauce right now of Will Lancashire? Like, am I touting it up as more than it was? But to me, regardless of goalie, regardless of defense level of ability, the strike was a great strike. The take, the build-up play, it was a well-taken goal. It was a striker's goal, in my opinion. And we need a fucking target man. And he, physically is 6'2", 6'3", something like that. He's a big boy.
Yeah,
He's a
big
unit.
strong man.
I think he could be bigger than Richarlison. If you does he look that way? I mean, you help me out here. Will Lancashire.
No, I was pretty happy to see him. Look, I think he's definitely a step up from Dane Scarlett. And, I think we'd have to see more of him before, is he a big boy, proper striker? But, I mean, so far, so good. I think in general, our boys, showed the first team are just getting back from holiday, A lot of them were a bit, just strolling around a bit. Whereas those kids were fucking hungry, man. Like Will Lancashire, he was strong as an ox, man. So after that, I know it's only an early game and all that, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable about, what transfers we could make in the rest of the window. I think we're not in bad nick because at the very least, we've got youngsters that are ready to snap at the heels of these senior pros and nick their places, I think. That's going to lift everyone's game, I think.
I said at 27 minutes, I think was the time code. I was hopefully someone will comment after the video is done and they'll put that time code. But I said then, I think Mikey Moore, and I'm not getting too hype here. I feel confident in saying this. I think Mikey Moore is our best right winger at the club.
Yeah, look, I reckon Mikey Moore ready to go, Bergvall ready to go, Archie Gray ready to go, Lancashire ? Spence ? But they're
At
good
least Spence is now a question mark. I do want to talk more about that. But Mikey Moore, Paul.
Brilliant.
I love the do we have a better right winger?
No, I reckon Chuck. I mean, he I love that goal he scored. It's like, fuck you, I'm scoring this one. In and out. Take that out.
And before that, there was a moment I remember Timo Werner was doing the old like hands up, why didn't you pass it to me? And he took on a shot at a tough angle. You want to know why he didn't pass it to you? Because he's that guy. And when you're that guy, you say, fuck it, bro. I'm putting the team on my back. I'm taking that shot. And that's what he tried to do. He missed it, and then he did it again, and he fucking scored.
Backed himself.
This guy, I think he's legit. I think he's so legit. Like, and I'm maybe a little bit like hyped up on giving these kids a chance because if you look at the Euros, Arda Güler did not look out of place amongst grown men. Took the ball when he wanted, created some space, wonderful goal. Top 3 goals in the tournament, at least in the group stage for sure. Lamine Yamal, 16-year-old, just turned 17 in the middle of that tournament. Same thing. Created space, has a goal that the world is fucking. Some probably gonna say the goal of the tournament. The kids can do it if they're fucking good enough. I think Mikey Moore is good enough. I feel as though Mikey Moore is good enough.
Well, he was, I think that was a sign because, when Ange gave him a few minutes towards the end of last season, I think that was the first step to say, look, you might be in next season, And, I love the way you're hitting us all with the truth today, Jacob, the truth.
Oh, yeah, truth. Because if you click any other link outside of the link to United Spurs of America, they're not talking about truth. No, it's only here. Only here, Paul.
They'll try and shut you down for telling the truth, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, I like to joke about it because I find it funny when people say, oh, my word is truth and my, I'm the only, everyone else is afraid to speak their real mind. When the camera turns off, they're completely different. And it's like, no, I mean, at least not for me, my experience. And with you too, Paul, like when I watch your streams, we literally have those same conversations you have on stream, but on the phone in private. So when when I hear people say, like, I'm the only one who speaks truth, I'm the only one who says like how I actually feel, I'm like, I don't really think that that's true. I think most people do tell you how they feel. At least, maybe it's just small channels like us, Paul, who, we're not the ones they're talking about. It's the big channels who aren't authentic, I guess. That's the only way I can read it because from my perspective, I've always been as close and authentic to myself. And I think that's the only reason why people fucking tune into the channel, if I'm honest, is because I'm like an authentic person. At least, you're not tuning into fucking Katie Couric, but I'm not talking about Sava or anyone in specific, but I mean, I did hear him say today that he's one of the only Spurs YouTubers that speaks authentically. I just don't think that that's true. You know, maybe he doesn't watch my channel, so that's why he thinks that way. I don't know.
Well, you know, I mean, you put a little sprinkling of showbiz special sauce on it, but that's because you want to be entertaining. But no, like you say, whenever I talk to you, we just talk the same shit as we're doing now, man, don't we? So, you know.
If anything, we probably are even worse than we are. I feel like we're behaved on stream, but we're a little bit more animated and a little bit. So yeah, like again, I've never wanted my channel to be like this big, like I'm right and I'm always right and my truth is true. Bro, I always say watch everybody and make up your own damn mind. I'm too old and too grown to be worrying about other grown people's opinions. You either agree and you say you agree, you disagree, you tell me why you disagree, and I say that's what's up. Like shout out Scott M. Scott M he always goes on about the type of fans that he doesn't like, and it literally is me, but he supports my channel. He supports me as a person. He's been a member of the Patreon for months and months and months. So like he does still support me. So you know what I mean? Like I just think everyone could do with a hug, and like let's all just love each other. We all want Tottenham to do well at the end of the day, right? Whether you agree with their point, disagree with their point, we all want Tottenham to win. Yeah, like I saw someone, you know, Dan from Hotspur Hood, I saw someone mention his name. I don't like to talk ill of people personally unless it's to their face. Like, if I got a problem, a specific issue with someone, I tell it to them in their... I don't like to be, like, alluding. I don't want to be aloof or vague. I'm not Nostradamus with my predictions and my opinions and stuff. I'm pretty damn honest. And so that's why when I hear people say, like, oh, I'm the only honest person, it's like, well, maybe they just don't know who I am either. But Paul, I'm also going to throw out on a limb, you're very honest as well. At least what you've shown me, you devilish corporate shrill.
Or am I?
How can you be a hippie whenever you work, for money? How could you be a hippie?
Yeah. One, I live in a cave.
Yeah, show me the evidence. Yeah, show me the evidence of you being homeless, and then I'll believe you're a hippie.
It was a nice way to wake up, you know, because I don't know if you've noticed, Jacob, but there's funny things happening in the world at the moment. So it was just nice to wake up and watch a game of football and take my mind away from fucking 2024 and all that shit. It was good. It was good. It was nice to see the boys back.
Well, me personally, I've been having a fantastic 2024 so far. So thank you to the powers that be for allowing that to be such. 2023 was not a good year, and everything away from YouTube and away from Tottenham. But this year has been quite the opposite. So I'm very glad that my luck has changed. And I agree with that. It doesn't matter even if it was last year or now whenever I'm, you know, doing well, like Tottenham still hit the same, man. It's like, it's just... That's what we're here for. Like, look at big up Derek Smith says I'm in bed in Devon, England, watching a bloke in El Paso and a Bruce in his car in Australia. That's fucking amazing, isn't it? And it is, because football unites people from around the world. And the fact that I can have a conversation with Paul from Australia, who supported Tottenham since before I was alive, you know, that's something pretty special.
Some may say this would be the most ill-informed stream you can get. You've got an American and Australian. What the fuck do we know about football, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean, I would also say shout out England for their Euro campaign yet again. Doing an Arsenal. It's coming in second. It's coming in second.
You know, it's coming home.
Two times in a row, just like Arsenal.
It's coming home 3 o'clock in the morning, pissed. It can't get the key in the lock, and it just falls asleep in a hedge and wets its pants. That's what football's done.
Well, speaking of what football's done, there's another man I do want to talk about. Are you ready for this? It's Djed Spence.
Well, redemption, return of the Jedi.
On to the second half. Now, this is a player, again, whenever Archie Gray got bought, we had people saying on Twitter, YouTube, chats, everything, oh, this is another Djed Spence type signing. A guy from the championship. They said that about Archie Gray. And I remember, you know, I was like, you know, maybe just bear with me for a second, Paul. I remember hearing it and I was like, okay, maybe they're right. Because when we bought Djed Spence, I was thinking all this, that, and the other about him. I thought he could be this. I thought he could do this. I liked the profile he offered. It was definitely, in my opinion, an upgrade on Emerson, an upgrade on, I think, Serge Aurier, Doherty. Those were what we've been fucking with, and we signed Djed Spence. I say, okay, I liked him better, especially if we're going to do wing backs with this Conte system. I like his profile better than I'd like Serge Aurier or I think we had already terminated Serge Aurier by then, but it was Matt Doherty and Emerson Royale, I think, were our two right backs at the time. And so I said, I like him better than them two, so let's see what he could do. Obviously, he gets passed around by several managers. The reviews coming out of a lot of his loans aren't great. The last one, though, was from Genoa. So the first 6 months, he spends at Leeds, if you remember. Him and Joe Rodon. Daniel Fark says, I don't like this guy. They're huge falling out, big problem, attitude, whatever you want. Sends him back to us. And then we, in the January, we sent him to Genoa. And Genoa, what they said, we love this guy, but Tottenham won't sell him for the price that we can afford because they're a rich club, so they can afford to say no. So Genoa's upset. So that to me says he showed something to somebody. It may not have been Conte. It may not have been Daniel Fark. It may not have been the dude at Rennes, that was the loan that we loaned him to that other time. And then there was another place I think we loaned him to. I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. But Djed Spence gets loaned around, passed around, and everywhere that we're hearing bad stuff. Same thing with Tongi. You know, it's like we're just not getting good fucking reviews when it comes to Djed Spence. So Paul, today, however, is the first time in a Tottenham shirt we could say, I saw Djed Spence do good things. I saw him do things that I expected him to do when we initially signed him. So for me, you said Djed Spence was a question mark when we were brushing over the kids, so to speak. You had mentioned that, you know, Djed Spence was a question mark. For me, he was a hell no when the season started. Which big up Staffy TV for the raid. Big up everybody coming on over from Staffy TV. Big ups to Staffy for the 5K subscribers. We are on our road to 5K as well here. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do it, or don't. It's your freedom of choice. It's up to you. But again, Djed Spence. We're talking about the preseason today. Obviously, Tottenham are back. Baby quad is on for those of you who just got in here. The baby quad is on. And when I mean baby quad, we're going to win the quad with some babies. Talk to me nicely. Mikey Moore, he ain't even 17 yet. He's our very own Lamine Yamal. We've got an English Lamine Yamal. We've got Will Lancashire, which I don't know what to compare him to yet. An English something. We'll see. I think he's a question mark. But Djed Spence, you said he's a question mark. For me, today at least moves him into a question mark category. Because before today, he was in a hell no. What about you?
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Yeah, I was a no because, you know, all the stories of his attitude. I mean, hey, it's possible maybe if at Genoa he maybe has come to his senses a little bit and realised, look, I'm just chucking my career away. I've got bad advice around me, and maybe, look, if he's getting his head down, he can turn it around. He wouldn't be the first player that's done that in their career. So yeah, based on today, he's back into the question mark category. So well done to him. You know, he played a great game. Great game.
I thought so too. I like this. I should have said an English Harry Kane. And you know what's funny is whenever we signed Lancashire, this actually looks like shit. Let me edit this. Whenever we signed Lancashire to the extension this week, it was, I think.
Yeah.
They were just putting his penalty takes next to Harry Kane's, and they were saying we signed the next Kane, which he could very well be. But again, he fits the profile of a Harry Kane. That 6'2", over 6 foot tall. I think Kane's what, 6'1", 6'2", somewhere around there. So to me, Lancashire is a question mark. But to go back to Djed Spence, which is what we were talking about. You love that about this channel, Paul? We'll talk about one thing. We'll talk about another thing. And you just never quite know where we're going to end up. But two things we're not talking about is Valise and Robinson back there. But Djed Spence, for me, I'm curious what the chat thinks. I'm curious what those... JS is here, says, hi, boys, keep Djed around. I think he wants to stay in London. He at least opened the case. He made the case a thing. And to me, I wonder how the vibe is, because a lot of people were done with him. A lot of people, like me, I was done. Paul, before today, were you done with him?
I think so.
Second,
and I
Will
think,
says sell. He doesn't like Djed.
And based on the last pre-season, Ange was pretty done with him last pre-season. He didn't get much time on the pitch at all, did he? So he pretty much got a full half this game. So Ange has always said that how did he put it? He said players don't have a blank slate, but they always have a chance. So he will have to prove himself maybe a bit harder than because of what his reputation's been and maybe what Ange has experienced. But the door's not closed. And I mean, compared to fucking Emerson Royale today, it doesn't compare, does it? Really?
He gave away a goal in the first 60 seconds of being on. If that doesn't tell us. And that's against, even though everyone wants to shit on the Hearts and say we can't hype our players up because it's only Midlothian Heart, it's only Scottish teams, which shout out Braveheart. If you know, you know. Will ye stare in your beds? Aye, you live.
I can't stand the amount of disrespect that Scottish football gets. I really can't. I think it's entertaining. And okay, who gives a fuck about the standard? There's lots of fans over there that enjoy watching their teams play. So I think it's really unfair for people to just shit on them all the time and be all aloof. And, it's not right. It's not right. I think Hearts were.
I'll tell you what, we look stupid for not accepting Milan's deal. Milan offered 10 million euros and we were like, double it. And they're like, maybe. And then after today, they're going to be like, we rescind our offer, actually. We're taking that offer off the table. Speaking of off the table, big up Rowan Kumar for the first super chat, grabbing that sponsorship tonight, giving us a super chat. I appreciate that. But real quick, as I was pulling this up, I was like, let me just refresh. Let's see how many likes we got. There's 150 people here on YouTube watching right now, live.
How many fake
and we're on
Twitter.
62. No, Twitter won't let me stream there anymore. Because you got to pay for it now. So we were right. They were trying to get you into the mode. Oh, there's 200-300 people watching me on Twitter. I need to, no, now I have to pay for it to stream. Let me spend $8 so I can stream to Twitter so I can get those 300 viewers. No, I ain't doing it, Elon. I see through your games. But before I keep talking on about, fucking the Matrix and whatever, there's only 62 likes, so less than half of the people here have liked the video. I haven't even seen how many people voted, but 79 votes, 62 likes. That's a difference of 15, 16 people. And right now, the tides have changed. More votes coming in. 56% are saying the most impressive thing today was Djed Spence, Lancashire, and Mikey Moore.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't see your other options there, but I mean that would probably be the one I go for.
So that was one option. 28% say Lucas Bergvall and Archie Gray were the most impressive today. 10% say no one impressed me today. And 6% say some good, some awful, but I'm not impressed. And I'm impressed with Rowan Kumar says it's now the 18th of July in Norway. Big up Norway, all of them Norwegians. I saw iShow Speed was in Norway today. It looked kind of crazy. And my 34th journey around the sun has started. So happy birthday to Rowan Kumar. I would just only wish we had Paul in the studio so we could do the meh, meh, meh. You know he would. For you, Rowan, of course. So big up Rowan for the super chat. And then also happy birthday. Here's some balloons. For your birthday, my friend. It has started. Tremendous start to the birthday with some Jacob and Hotspur Hippie. Peace and love, man. Peace and love to you, Rowan Kumar. May your 34th journey around the sun be the best one yet. I hope and pray. So big up Rowan. Appreciate you grabbing that sponsorship slot. Big up Mile High Hotspur. Leo's in the house. Big up to you. And Arsene Lupin. Arsene Lupin says Djed seems like he was fighting for it. I liked it a lot. Seems like something changed in his attitude. Flash in the pan, Paul? Or do you think something changed?
Let's hope something's changed. Like, it's possible something's changed. Who knows, man? Who knows? But so far, so good. So far, so good.
But based off of what you know from Ainge and the history of, how he's operated as a manager, do you think, I mean, again, Djed and Ndombele were the first two after preseason, a little bit of preseason, they were the first two loaned when we started our loaning of Deadwood. Because we couldn't sell them, so we started loaning off the Deadwood. When we started that process, Djed Spence and Tanguy Ndombele were the first two out the door. So obviously Tongi Ndombele was done for. But Djed Spence, it was pretty clear that Ainge was like, I got nothing for you. He even told Reguilon, I got something for you, but then later was like, you know what, your ass cheeks, get out of here. And anyone hyping Reguilon is a different story for a different time. I'll have Staffy on to tell you, who's a United fan, and he'll tell you why. Everyone's like, oh, if he could play for United and Real Madrid and Tottenham, he must be all right. Ask United fans, they didn't like him. Ask Real Madrid fans, they think he's shit. Ask Tottenham fans, they'll tell you, you know, if they think he's cute or not, I guess. But
the only thing was, I think the people are hyping, or I don't know, people are hyping Reguilon was, compared to Ryan Sessegnon, he was all right. But we don't have Ryan Sessegnon anymore. So, Reguilon, no. Ridiculous.
But what do you make of the Djed Spence, Ainge Postecoglou? Do you think he's already made his mind, or is Ainge going to be open-minded enough to say
I think
Djed
Ainge is
Spence might get
open-minded.
another run in, or is he going to let him run it out in the preseason and make his mind up? Do you think it's fluid? Like, you were the guy, right? When they say Ainge didn't do this, Paul, what the fuck? You're wrong. You don't know shit. You're a happy clapper. You only support Spurs because Ainge is here. So tell me, what is Ainge thinking about Djed? Do you think there's an opening there for his?
Well, I can't read his mind.
Redemption?
But look, if Jed's like doing shit like turning up the training on time, and his family aren't there saying, why isn't my kid playing, and all this bullshit, if he's cleared all that out, then it'll give him a chance. But we don't know for sure if that's happening, or it might also be that they just want to put him in the shop window so they can get him off.
Make sure you're not smiling, Paul. You kind of had a smirk. You're triggering me.
I know.
No.
Don't. We need to calm down and stop having fun watching Tottenham. It's supposed to be a miserable fucking existence.
Donovan saw you smile. He said, can you please tell us without smiling, Paul?
Sorry, man.
Donovan saw you smile. You know the rules, Paul. You're going to trigger me, and I'm getting fucking pissed off right now. You're smiling. You're enjoying Tottenham. Yes. I really don't like to see that.
Come on, you Spurs.
Oh, man. But sorry, I wasn't listening to your answer about Djed Spence. So redemption arc? Question mark?
Well, if Djed is turning up to training on time and his family have taken a bit of a back seat, maybe there's hope. Or it might be the case that we're putting him in the shop window to see what we can get for him. I don't know. We will find out.
Well, that's because you're a happy clapper, Arsene Lubin.
Ainge isn't some petty pussy like Conte or someone like that, you know? He understands people.
These players.
Yeah, he understands people.
You can change the manager, but you can't change the things, Paul. You think you can change it? Hang on. Here you go. Let me help it. Can you see that better?
It's unacceptable.
You can change the club, but you can't change the Tottenham. Okay, you can change the manager. It's these players. This club, these players. You saying he won't do that to us? Like Conte?
No.
Shout out Zapur. I still need to film this thing on fire for you. I haven't forgotten. Don't worry. Zapur paid $100 in the baby registry to get that fucking thing burned.
Arsene Lubin. Fuck those guys. If I want to be happy watching Tottenham, I want to be fucking happy. Just because some cunts don't know how to be happy, they're just fucking jealous of other people smiling. Fuck them. Well,
Paul, what I'm going to say to that is, you said that with a smile, therefore your point is negated because you've triggered me.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
Honestly, Arsene, it did annoy me for a little bit because people were saying I was happy clapping when I was literally just saying why I think we lost a match or why I think Ainge is still a good manager, why I think Ainge isn't naive. But if you present this, then sometimes when they run out of things on the argument in the chat, they'll be like, oh, he's a happy clapper. He's, all names under the sun. You know what they say, sticks and stones, breaking bones. Well, I'm literally on YouTube. You can't touch me. You can't. If someone wants my address, we could do a YouTube boxing. I don't give a fuck, bro. Give me a reason to get into some shape now. Big up Phil Coys. Big up Jacob and Paul. Big up Phil Coys every single time in the house. I give honest analysis, neither happy nor sad. There you go, Tomahawk.
There you go.
Be happy, you turd. Says Tom. We gonna get whole 0 points against Arsenal again, but we can celebrate beating Hearts in preseason.
Oh,
I don't know where Tomahawk stands. I feel like they're doing the I don't understand.
they're being a bit weird, I think. A bit weird.
Big up, Scott.
We got some
Staffy.
weirdos in here, please.
I might dreaming.
Staffy.
I might, yo.
Big up Lisa says big up Jacob and Paul. It's called honest analysis. Yeah. Aren't we all honest in analysis? You know, we're all honest in our heart. You ask any criminal, did you rob that bank? And they literally robbed the bank. They'd be like, no, sir, I did not. And, you know, hey,
Well,
our words is honest. Honest.
Honest, yeah. So only some people tell the truth. Go suck someone's cock under a flyover and get an extra quid or something, you know?
Well, I was looking at my watch earlier, and they said it was Timo time, but I checked it again. It's actually not Timo time anymore. It's Cootie time, baby.
It's innocent, man. Innocent cootie.
Innocent. Oh, I got blocked on Twitter today, y'all.
Who by?
A dude, Cindy, I think is his name. Hang on. I got blocked. Look, hang on. Let me, there you go. So here's my Twitter. I tweeted it because this guy was he blocked me. Oh wait, that's not the tweet. Oh look, I did tweet this. Fans singing Ainge Postacoglu, despite
man.
what truth-speaking YouTubers say. I thought that was pretty good. Because no matter what their truth is, the truth of the matter is, I heard the Ainge Postacoglu song, therefore we love him. But this guy, Windy Coys.
I think the truth is,
do you know who this is? He blocked me.
No idea.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
No idea. I think
Dude
these
named
truth tellers are
Cindy. No, it's Windy.
they're a little bit on their own, aren't they? They're very shouty, but they're very isolated, bless them.
Who?
The truth tellers. You know, when you see all the fans at the ground, they can't wait to sing Ange's name first off. I think there's some truth in that.
Yeah. Well, again, the truth is, Ainge Postacoglu. Oh, he's a blowhard, Jacob. What's wrong with truth? The only thing wrong with truth is when someone's saying, I'm the one who speaks truth. You know who else said that? Jim Jones. David Koresh. Can you help me out here? Those are the first two names that come to my mind when I think of someone who's like, don't listen to anybody. Listen to me. I'm the only one that speaks the truth, baby. Everyone else is afraid of the truth. Everyone else is telling me. Yeah, that's when I don't. That's what's wrong with truth, Scott. When it's, don't worry. All right, Jim. Okay, David. You know? That's what's wrong with truth. When someone's saying I'm the only one who speaks it. Because that's where I'm like, I got to question it. You know? No one's against Ainge Tomahawk. I don't know if this is the only channel you watch, which shout out if it is. Big up yourself for being a United Spurs of America viewer. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Every day it's, oh, he didn't do this. He didn't do that. Wah, wah. He didn't do this. Wah, wah. He didn't do this. Oh, he should have done this. The subs at this time, he should have done. Everyone's a football manager. Everyone's a fucking director of football and a business runner of a club. And if
I've heard them say, I've seen them say, I'm Ange out because he's out of his depth and he's shit. And then the next minute they'll say, oh, no, I never said that. It's like, yeah, you fucking did. What happened to the truth now?
Yeah, bro, the extra inch podcast. Is that extra inch the whole inch or what? That's the whole inch that they got, or I don't understand the name. But they're a pretty popular podcast. But yeah, man, they blocked me. Well, to be fair, I don't know if they blocked me. I mean, I did reply to one of them. I was like, yo, why did he block me when I said maybe they did block me too? Because I responded, I was like, yo, why your dude blocked me, huh? No, I guess no, the extra inch hasn't blocked me. It's just It's just Windy or Cindy. Windy Coys. Wait, because I got a picture of it. I just showed y'all anyway. Yeah, it's all good. They could block me. All I did was say, can you please provide proof of this claim? Because I wish I had fucking screenshot. I didn't expect him to just block me. But his tweet, this was in response. Actually, can someone help me? I'm going to put it in the chat. So this is my response to him. So you should still be able to see his response. Can you just copy and paste it? Yeah, Scott M is Ainge out too. There's a bunch of Ainge out. But here's the link. But he said, basically, he was saying like, basically fuck Romero because he was a part of the racist chants and the buzz. And I was just like, bro, no one cares about this moral high ground you're grabbing a step stool to reach for. Like, can you provide proof or a time code of where he did this? Blocked. I asked for, hey, can you substantiate the claims you just made? And then I got blocked. It's crazy. It's crazy. Big up JK. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, baby. But big up for being here. Make sure you hit a like on your way out, my friend. Let's see if we could get 150 likes on the video. Maybe, maybe not. And the dog's life hangs in the balance. Big up Ren. Big up Ren. But yeah, man, I got blocked today. I thought that was crazy. I don't usually get blocked. Especially for just saying, hey, substantiate those claims, please. I've also got this for you here, Paul, if you're interested. So this is Seeing Archie Gray. I want to talk about Archie Gray here and Lucas Bergvall next. So Seeing Archie Gray. Seeing Bergvall and Gray. Seeing Bergvall, Gray, Hall, Moore, Donnelly, Lancashire, and Devine, baby.
Tyrese Hall. Tyrese Hall played bloody well as
Hall.
well.
He played, you know, he did his job so good, you forget he was out there. And I feel like it's almost the same thing with Alfie Devine. Like, you almost forgot that he was there. But it was either him or Donnelly who gave away a couple bad chances, in my opinion. But overall, the ability to get back, all the young kids showed it. I don't know why those in the first team couldn't show it, but we'll find out. But look, I do want to talk about Archie Gray. I want to talk about Lucas Bergvall. Paul, for you, let's start with Gray since he started the match. And I've actually got some tweets and stuff here. So here's them looking at a camera together. How sweet. People hate it when you post photos of, oh, look, they're posting photos of them smiling. How dare they rate them because they're smiling? Sorry, they should be kicking the ball right now. So Archie Gray, first half versus Hearts, by the numbers, 50 of 52 passes completed, 5 passes into the final third, 2 of 2 accurate long balls, 1 clearance, 1 headed clearance, 3 interceptions, 3 ball recoveries, 1 of 1 with the ground duels, 1, 3 of 3 with the aerial duels, 1, 0 fouls committed. And for me, Paul, I'm going to say outside of all these stats, because I just read those now for the very first time, and as impressive as those are, to me, the only thing I have to say about him was that was suspect was positions, like positionally. He was a center back, and he was kind of all over the place in the position. But anytime he was forced to do defensive work, perfect. Per the numbers, per my eyes. I remember, you know, I was texting a few group chats and talking to a few people, you know, what do you think of Gray? What do you make of Gray so far? I said, positionally, he's been a little bit suspect, but he did just start at a center back, which he played a fucking fullback last year in the championship. He came in and said, I want to play a holding mid, you know, number 6, number 8, box to box is what he said in the AMA. Yes, Ren, no smiling. But to me, I thought his passing was good. 2 bad passes. And that was the only other thing I was like, I don't know about how good he was on the ball. 5 passes into the final third, 50 out of 52 passing kind of says that he was just fine on the fucking ball. I'm going to look up on this. I'm going to look up on the actual this thing and I'll pull up his numbers per this. Oh wait, he started. Why am I looking down there? Archie Gray, there he is. So per Sofa Score, how many? I'm looking to see how many possession lost. 3 times he lost the ball possession. So on the ball, he lost the ball 3 times out of 60 touches. which, to be fair, if you're in and around 50, 60 touches in 45 minutes, you typically are somewhere around 3 to 6, 7 giveaways, is what I've seen from a center back standpoint through the Copas and through the Euros when I've looked at the numbers, when I make arguments in those various competitions. So to me, numbers wise, this says 51 of 53. They gave him an extra pass. Maybe Twitter stole one. I don't know. But by all intents and purposes, Archie Gray was very impressive. To me, he was the player of the first half. I thought he was our best player. I thought Madison had good moments, but it wasn't until the last 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes but overall, whole 45, playing a position. But how did Skip, I think we talked about this on the phone today after the game. How did Oliver Skip, another player who you could say is playing the same position as Archie Gray, right? Or playing for it. He's been in the Premier League for how many years now? He was player of the championship that year for Norwich when they got promoted. But look how out of place he looked playing center back versus Archie Gray. Same fucking thing. He played in the championship, was one of the players of the season, gets put into a dip position he didn't play at all, and he wasn't getting bodied and pushed around. There was at one point in my notes, I remember Skip, he tried to shell off the attacker so it'd go out of bounds for a goal kick. And when he tried to shell him off, he got pushed over. They picked up the ball, created a chance, and I think the Japanese guy just couldn't finish it. Thankful for that. But Paul, Archie Gray specifically, what's your opinion of what you saw in that 45?
I'll give him a bit of a pass for some of his positioning. I know what you're saying about that, but he doesn't really play at centre half. So
absolutely gets a pass in my opinion as well.
Yeah, I think he looked like quality, didn't he? Quality on the ball.
Great, yeah.
So I think you're right. You compare bloody Oliver Skip. Fuck me, it's miles apart, isn't it? Miles apart. And like you say, Ollie Skip's supposed to know what the bloody hell he's doing. Oliver Skip has never looked good on the ball like, Archie Gray coming in and doing that. I agree. I think he was the player of the first half. I thought something was all right. Madison came good. But no, he was the guy, wasn't he, Archie Gray? And he's probably eager to get a bit too far up the pitch at sometimes. But, that's what happens when you're trying to make an impression, perhaps. But like you say, losing the ball only 3 times it's not bad going, is it? Not bad going at all for a centre half, which is supposed to be like one of the dog shit possession players. They're not supposed to be playmakers and dribblers and all that sort of stuff. Supposed to get the ball and get rid of it, but he did really well.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Again, I like to go over the fact that this guy, before he was even cells and molecules, his daddy was swimming around in his granddaddy and his great uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been bro, it's like the baker, right? This guy's family's been bakers their entire existence, and this guy's like, I'm opening a bakery, and they're like, yeah, you've never opened a bakery in England before at the top highest bakery level. Have you been on British Bake Off or Great British Baking or whatever they fucking call it, the shows for baking? He was never on there. How do we know he's a great baker? Bro, his granddad was a baker, his dad was a baker, his great uncle was a baker, his uncle's a baker, his brother's a baker, he's a baker. Bro, just trust the motherfucker knows how to bake. That's my opinion when we brought him on. So I was heavily impressed. Archie Gray did not look like a fish out of water.
Les Allen was one of our double winning teams, and then 36 years later, his son Clive Allen scored 49 goals. So there is something to be said for, football in the family. And I think, when people are trying to say, oh, that's what people were saying about Djed Spence. Well, I think Archie Gray's family have got their heads screwed on football-wise, Humility, hard work.
And real quick, Tomahawk, this is how I could tell you it's your first time here. What are you waffling about? A baker? Look, my mind don't work like the simpleton folk that run other channels. So If you can't
If you
keep
need
up,
to,
you can't follow, it's fine. The channel's not for everybody. So I go on tangents. There's things that distract me, and eventually I will run down them and talk about. See, like Staffy, he's doing this as a troll, as a joke, but he knows what the deal is. When I talk about baking and bakers, it's because there's a fucking point. There's an analogy, there's a metaphor there. And if you fail to see it, that's not my fault. Maybe because I didn't illustrate it properly enough, sure. Maybe it's part my fault too.
I think so.
But
Some
again,
people-
Archie Gray, he's a fucking baker. I trust that when he bakes some fucking bread, it's better than the bread that you can bake. You could say it's a terrible analogy. That's why your name's Tomahawk. You don't have a photo. You don't have a YouTube channel. You're here listening to me talk about bakers. So you can hold that, my friend. You can
Some
fucking
people just
hold
lack
that.
imagination,
Anyone can
Jacob,
fucking bake.
you know?
Not you. Not you, apparently. Hold that, Tomahawk, you weirdo. Anyway,
Weirdo.
again, you start being more
Weirdo.
weird. You start being more weird. I'm gonna have to apply my rule. I have a new rule. No fucking weirdos. You can be weird and cool, but not weird and fucking creepy. There's weird and cool, weird and creepy. Figure out which one you align with, because trying to talk shit, trying to ruin a vibe. That's weird and creepy, man. Come on, cut it out. But look, I like the baking. I like the smells that are coming out of this bakery. I'm gonna keep talking about bakeries because Tomahawk, what a bitch. There you go. There you go. You can hold that, Tomahawk. Goodbye. So the smells coming out of this bakery, I'm enjoying it. Let him bake, says DYT. If you can't handle tangents, you are absolutely in the wrong fucking place.
Oh,
You gotta go. You gotta call.
no, it's just a phone call. It's all right. I mean,
Okay. I think you
hello?
lagged a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit
here.
there because
Yeah, sorry. The phone just rang. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, see, Scott M doesn't agree with all the shit I say about
Well, you
Ainge
know
or
what,
Tottenham,
he's-
but you know what he does do is he can keep up with my wild tangents, and he supports the channel. Big up, Scott. Big up.
He's a
What were you saying,
baker.
Paul?
He's a versatile baker. He's a versatile baker. You know, you want a croissant? Here you go. You want a sausage roll? Here you go. Hey, maybe it's your birthday, a loved one's birthday, or a wedding. Here you go. Cake, cake, cake. So he isn't just a one-trick bun baker either. He can bake all sorts of treats and assortments.
Bread twists? Oh, come on.
Bread, beautiful. Baguette.
You know, there's a focaccia. That's one of my favorite breads. Focaccia bread.
Yeah, yummy,
I'll be
yummy.
honest. That is the fucking bee's knees. If you can make a good focaccia, baby, I really feel like Archie Gray family's the focaccia kings. Make me some focaccia
Yeah.
or some cake.
Volleyball.
I'll take some cake.
Vol-au-vent, Archie Gray. Croissant, Archie Gray.
No, I see when we start delving into the French bakes, that's when I get a little bit
Well,
like
we're-
if you
we're
haven't
playing
seen
in Europe
if you
now.
haven't seen The
We're playing in
Patriot with
Europe.
Mel Gibson, then
We're
I
playing
can't
in
help
Europe.
it.
We need a bit of maybe continental patisserie as well.
Hey, big up JS. I'm here for the tangents. Pumpernickel kicks ass.
There we go.
Pumpernickel is
Bit
one of those
sourdough.
breads you got to be careful when you say it because you say it too fast. They may be like, that guy's a racist.
Sourdough, easiest bread in the world to make, but somehow mysteriously the most expensive.
Huh? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Filio, I like me some filio from Greek as well. Also, I could go for some garlic naan. That's on my Indian shit. I'll be on that too. Jacob's got that cake. Talk to me nicely. What about some damper? Don't want to damper the mood, but is that a bread or what?
Yeah, it's like a bush kind of bread, very hearty.
Well, speaking of bush kind of bread, moving the topic along now to Lucas Bergvall, which I'm going to find a tweet that has a picture of him so it helps remind me
I've gotta go.
what the
Sorry,
topic
Jacob.
I'm talking about is.
I've got to go, man. I've got to go. See you, dude. Thanks for having me on.
All
I've
right,
got to go bake
goodbye.
some bread.
Here goes, Paul.
Bye-bye.
The Hots for
Big love,
Hippie.
man.
Make sure you subscribe. Big up, big up, big up. You know what? Let's listen to this while I find it. How about that?
And look, came through brilliantly. What, it was a great win in the end, wasn't it? I know the results don't really matter, but it's a good start.
Yeah, definitely. It was just to get, another good feel of playing the football and ultimately getting the minutes in the legs. And, they're a good team, and it's always good to come here. We came here last year, and it's a really good stadium and an enjoyable game.
Hey, big up
but
Zia
mostly
for the
just,
raid.
like I said, get the minutes in the
Looking
legs.
for my
And
Lucas Bergvall
obviously, I
tweet
wasn't,
because
expected to play centre back, but
was
honestly, I'm
cooking.
just really grateful for you know, the opportunity to play and learn different positions. And I said this last year in an interview, but I don't really care where I play. Do you know what I mean? I'm 18 years old and I need to learn the game. And honestly,
Hear that?
anywhere it
18
puts
years
me,
old needs to learn the game.
I'm just
Talk to
happy
me.
to learn the game and have great teammates around me to, you know, teach me things about the game. But yeah, very good.
I guess it's all about familiarity for you at the moment, isn't it?
Well, it's just more, and there's like 3 more minutes of that, and I'll be honest. We all know what he's saying. What's going on? Djed raid, been rolling breads. I'm talking about Lucas Bergvall for a moment here, and actually, let me do this because it looks better like this. For me, Lucas Bergvall, I'm pulling up his stats as well real quick. Played an entire 45 minutes. Big up Lucas Bergvall. Here you go. Minutes played, 45, 1 assist. His assist, per my notes, let me see who he assisted real quick. Because I forgot, I haven't watched the highlights back. Djed Spence goal was a Timo assist. Lucas' assist was the Mikey Moore goal. Oh, wait, that's what, I was trying to watch that, but I'm sharing the tab right now, so I can't. Well, real quick, big up Ziad, Zizu, my G, for the raid. I appreciate you. Big up Staffy, everybody who's supporting the channel. On the road to 5K subs. Hit a like, subscribe. It's free. Even if you don't support Spurs, doesn't hurt to just have that subscription chilling there. It doesn't cost anything. Helps the channel grow. Yada, yada. I'm surprised Tottenham didn't tweet anything about Lucas Bergvall. I'll be real honest, because I was looking through our Twitter, and it's just like highlights, Ainge talking. We talked about Will Lancashire, Mikey Moore. Again, Mikey Moore, the best right winger that I think Tottenham has to offer. And I'm watching this Mikey Moore goal back. Oh, what a beautiful goal. And he had options too. He said, fuck y'all, bro. But Lucas Bergvall receives the ball, turns, great through the line, but even better cut, dribble, shot from Mikey Moore. That's fantastic. Oh, my goodness. Crazy that dude's family is all about football. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Fair play Tottenham, getting quality, helping teams. Mikey Moore was the assist, and he crossed to Scarlett, and it resulted in a goal to Phillips. That was another. He didn't get an assist for that because I believe it was ruled an own goal, Michael. But he could have had 2 assists, and I do have that note as well. What minute was it? Lucas, first of all, the first note I have on Bergvall was in the 46th minute. He was very strong on the ball, and he worked somebody in a great pass. Honestly, his ability on the ball, he looks very calm, collected. Again, reminds me of what we want Basuma and Sarr to look like, and he looked like it. Lucas assist, where's that one? Great cross by Lucas, yeah, for the 5th goal, Ashley Phillips. Dane header right at the keeper, Ashley shoots, cleaned up. Great cross by Lucas is what I have in my notes. Bergvall looks to be filling the Basuma and Sarr role. Devine seems to be fitting the Madison role. That's what it looked like in the second half anyway. But for me, Lucas Bergvall, another one like Mikey Moore. I don't mean to get too hyped like I am with Archie Gray, Mikey Moore, Will Lancashire. But these are the 4 names for me that I can't really say that I want any of them loaned right now. When I think, like Lucas Bergvall, he's obviously going to be in and around the first team. He may even start for us week 1 if he keep playing like that. Archie Gray, kind of curious to see what position it looks like we want to see. I think he's going to be moved around all preseason if I'm honest. Maybe even fullback a little bit. We'll find out. Would like to see him play the role that he wants to play, which is that box-to-box 8. But Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall, Mikey Moore, Will Lancashire, those are 4 names I need to be talking about all preseason. I'll be real honest. And the fact that Will Lancashire, I'm sorry, I know I'm talking Lucas Bergvall, but I just remembered I saw right here, Will Lancashire only got fucking 24 minutes. That's not right. Hey, good luck, Donovan. You're going to kill it at right wing. Go kill it, my friend. Big up the Alaskan Hotspur. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Big up. Big up to you, Ziad Zone. Like and subscribe. Big up to you. Big up. Look, if Ziad sent you here and said hit that like and subscribe, even if you're not a Tottenham fan, he fucking hates Tottenham. Come on now. Talk to me nicely. Big up Cursor, that's another Chelsea fan, and he's here talking to me nicely. Big up Rich, good to see you in the house. He said, by the way, oh, because you said Emerson was attempting to try to play football. I don't even want to waste time talking about him because my time is limited. My wife does want me to not be on streaming all evening, but you know, I did got to get up here and talk about my peoples. Big up the Alaskan Hotspur as well. But look, Lucas Bergvall, could Gray become CDM? Absolutely. I mean, that's what he said he wants to play, is a box-to-box 8. But to me, I don't know why he was a center back and Ashley Phillips started on the bench. I mean, look at Djed Spence. Oh, ay, Dios mío. He had a goal and an assist, didn't he? I didn't even look at his numbers. Yeah, a goal and an assist. Tackles, dribble pass once. Defensively, 2 out of 5 ground duels won. Could be suspect. 43 touches. Passing was good. Yeah, statistically looks fine. But again, the man I'm trying to keep talking about is Lucas Bergvall. Because honestly, if you go to Twitter right now and you just type Bergvall, you're going to see a bunch of highlights. All right, I can't show them for obvious reasons. But this man is so fucking good. I'm telling you. Like, I don't want to be the guy that hypes up all these youngsters. But fuck it, man. I'll be that guy. Lucas Bergvall is going to be everything we thought Giovanni Lo Celso would be for us. Plus, no racismo. So that's very good. And then I'm also going to say Mikey Moore, best right winger at Tottenham. Indictment on the club, yes. Indictment on our wingers, yes. But also it speaks to the town of Mikey Moore being 16 years old and the best right winger. We have our own English Lamine Yamal, so I like that. And big up George, he's right. We welcome all fans of clubs here. No hatred, just banter. That's all it is. Let's see, what did the poll say? Y'all still saying Djed Spence, Lancashire, Mikey Moore. More exciting, more impressive than Lucas Bergvall and Archie Gray. 50% of 105. Big up to everyone who voted. Like the video. It does mean a lot, by the way. It is free. But look, my final thoughts, because this is the first post-match review show. I don't know. Maybe I create a new show for the season and we'll just rock these on these untitled episodes. 105 votes and 88 likes, bro. I don't know. How do you say in English? Como se dice? They hate me. They hate me, bro. But it's okay. The ones that love me speaks louder than the hate. But my final thoughts, other than digressing tangents and, you know, speaking about whatever the hell I want to speak about, because that's why, you know, that's why you start a YouTube channel, so you can, you know, talk about what you want to. And then you have people like Tomahawk who come in here and try and dictate what you can and can't speak about. I'll talk about whatever the hell I want. Like, why does I have this photo on my StreamYard? If you don't know, you don't know. All right? And I can't really help you if you don't know. Like this. If you don't know, you know. I do what I want on my own channel, really. That's why I did it. Yeah, Argentina, not a good look. But Djed Spence, he's going to be part of my final thoughts. Thank you, DYT, as always, being here, supporting. I know you liked and subscribed. My final few thoughts, I'm going to say Djed Spence. Wowzers, love that. I did 45 minutes, doesn't erase what he's done to tarnish his name and his reputation. Am I covering myself? It doesn't tarnish, or it doesn't wipe away what he's done to his name while being at Tottenham. All the loans that we've done. Thank you, Illmatic. I'm getting distracted. I need to stop reading the chat. That's why I can't finish my fucking thoughts and wrap this show up, because y'all are so beautiful and so distracting. As my wife is texting me. Djed Spence. Loved what I saw. Would like it if he gets more chances in the preseason. I'm not sold completely that he's this, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. I should probably just stop fucking with you. It's kind of how I feel. So he's fooled me once, shame on me. He fooled me twice, that's shame on him. But now is the time. Now or never, really, with Djed Spence. 8 mil euros from Genoa. Genoa what? Not enough money. And you know what? I wouldn't want to... What he showed today is worth more than 8 million euros, which I think is like 5 million pounds by the end of currency exchange. So for me, Djed Spence, I want to see more. I want to see him actually given a chance. And the same will coincide to my second point, my second final thought. Will Lancashire, He's a unit. He can finish. He's a Harry Kane regen, but maybe he could be a little bit faster, maybe even stronger. That kid's a unit. Give him a chance. That's another final thought. And a third final thought. Mikey Moore. Put some respect on the young king's name. When I say generational win, I mean because of Mikey Moore, Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall. Not that they're generational players now. Maybe they could be. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a fucking fortune teller. I ain't a fortune cookie. I ain't fucking palm reader. I ain't none of that. I'm just a fan of Tottenham Hotspur. But what I do know is Mikey Moore is the best right winger that we have at the club right now. I'm saying it, and I'm standing on it. I'm standing on it like Drewski stands on business. I absolutely feel Mikey Moore. Like, bro, he's him. I'm not trying to hype him up, but, like, he's really him. Archie Gray doesn't look like a fish out of water. Looked fantastic in a fucking position no one really wanted to see him play in the first place. And he looked better than the dude who's been in the Premier League for more years than he's even been on a pro player contract and Oliver Skip. So again, this guy Archie Gray, I'm not worried about Archie Gray. I'm standing on everything I've already said about Archie Gray. But Lucas Bergvall is the first time I actually got to see him do anything for Tottenham. And honestly, he was impressive. He was fucking good. He doesn't look like an 18-year-old either. These are fucking kids. And they're balling out. They don't look out of place, honestly. I'll be real. The kids are going to be all right. You know, people are saying football's dying. I feel like the kids are fucking CPR. You know, Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Arda Güler. I'm going to start throwing around Mikey Moore once he gets his chance. He better get his chance. He's that good. I'm putting him up there. Mikey Moore, talk to me nicely, son. Will Lankshire's a question mark. But I do want to see more. I'm right now, Will Lankshire, for me, is like what I said about Djed Spence. I want him to get more chances this preseason. Let's see what else he can do. I want to see more opportunities, especially for Lankshire. He only got 20-something minutes. But Djed Spence would like to see another couple 45 minutes. Let's see what he could do. Just a harmless potato. Spence is the answer. Fifth Elemento. Big up, buddy. Says Spence, the Redeemer. Come on now. Genoa. Pay Genoa 8 mil to take this bum. Hey, see Scott M? I don't feel this way. I might have felt that way before today, but today has changed my mind. I flip-flop. Talk to me. Nico Williams. What about him? Archie Gray debuted as a center back, a position he never played before. Bro said, no problem. He said, I'll still ball. He said, I'll still be the best player in the first 45. Shout out fucking Archie Gray. He's going to be, bro, fuck it. He's generational. He's generational. Mikey Moore's generational. We are generational. This is the new generation of Tottenham Hotspur. Last year, I said Super NES, Super New Era Spurs because of Ange Postecoglou. Now we're the new gen, baby. This is the new gen SNES, which would be, I guess, the N64. Fuck with me. We're rocking with the N64 this year. I'm hype. I hope you're hype. If you're not, it's okay. You're allowed to be reluctant. You're allowed to feel however you want to feel. Again, to all the people who disagree, oh, Jacob's over the top. Scott M's here. You know, he disagrees. I love Scott M being here because he shows me that people can disagree vehemently with everything that I say and stand for and still support me in the channel. And that's what it's about because we all love Tottenham, right? Even if you think I'm fucking crazy. And I'm getting hyped up thinking these kids are generational. Could they be? Maybe. I'm not going to say they can't. I'm not talking about Djed Spence either when I say the kids. Djed Spence is not involved when I say the kids. That's why I say Djed and the kids in the title. It says Djed Spence and the youth because he's not a part of that. The youth, I'm talking about Mikey Moore, Lankshire, and then we'll see with some of these other cats. But we're cooking. Lucas Bergvall, ooh, he's part of the kids. Archie Gray, he's part of the kids. These kids, man, we're fucking cooking. But look, y'all, my fourth final thought after today's match is when I finished that second half, my legit expression when I was thinking about Tottenham, Ainge, the way that those kids were playing.
Am I dreaming? Yo!
I really think we could be onto something special. And if you don't feel that way, that's okay. Take your time. But I think we're cooking something nice. I feel like the tides are turning. I said that last summer. I felt like the pages were turning. And you know what? The new chapter we've already started. and we're turning that page. So to me, it's a slow process. It's been painful at moments. Growing's never easy. My knees used to hurt when I was growing up because I was getting so tall. So it's a natural thing. Pain with growth equals a fucking new destination. And that's what we're trying to get to. And that's what Ainge even reiterated today per Fabrizio Romano, that he's here to build success at this club. And I have hope that he's going to do that. I have belief that he's going to do that. And you know what? If people are going to be like, oh, you know, stupid people like Jacob and stupid people like Paul are going to be going on and on about these kids, overhyping them, I just got to say I'm sorry.
I'm really, really, really sorry. I didn't realise that it was... I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing? It's not a funny situation. You're
There's
supposed to be
not even any-
apologising.
I'm not.
That's how I really feel. I don't care because I feel the way I feel, and I enjoyed the fuck out of today. I hope y'all did too. Look, I'm gonna be back for the watch along on Saturday. I already told the wife I'm waking up early. I'm getting the coffee. We're getting the thing going. So be here Saturday. Queens Park Rangers versus Tottenham. It'll be a good watch along. We'll have some fun. We'll hype up the kids some more. We'll talk about just how generational we are, and then I can apologize some more. You know, some of the things I'll probably say during the watch along have you looking like Mickey Van de Veen. And that's why YouTube always takes away the ad rev, but I don't do it for the ad rev. I do it for the vibes, baby. Talk to me. All right, but anyway, I'm going to get out of here before my wife decides that she's trying to divorce me because I'm fucking hiding from the family. So look, again, big up Hassam. This is Football for the Raid. Big up Staffy TV for the Raid. My G, big up Ziad with Ziad Zone for the Raid. 3 raids. And we couldn't even hit over 100 likes, so y'all really do hate me. But episode 208, you're right, George. It might be titled, These Kids Are Special. These Kids Are Next Level. We'll find out. But look, we'll be live probably tomorrow again because fuck it, we ball. Why not go live on a Thursday night? I probably will. So hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, like, all that stuff. You'll find out when the next live stream is. Probably be tomorrow if I'm honest, because fuck it. I'm too hyped up on Ainge. I'm too hyped up on these kids. We'll talk more about all the fun stuff, maybe transfer rumors, who knows. I'm going to end the poll there. 113 votes. More than half of you from 113 say the most exciting thing and impressive thing from today was Djed Spence, Will Lankshire, and Mikey Moore. Same for me. But also Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray, close second, just like the poll. Just like the poll. And, you know, some of y'all weren't impressed, and that's okay. Some of y'all are harder to impress than others. Me, I love what I saw. I'm so hyped on what I saw. Those 4 names. I need to see more of this preseason. I want to see more from fucking Mikey Moore. Let him start. Will Lankshire. Let him start and put Sonny. Let's have a front 3 of Son, Moore, and Lankshire. Oh, that'd be a great thing if we saw that on Saturday. And we'll probably talk about that tomorrow and Friday, and we'll preview QPR, what we want to see, what we think might be a crazy shock. Maybe I'll text some people, see if I could put a panel together, make it more interesting for those of y'all who hate listening to one voice over and over and over for over an hour. But look, that's going to do it. My wife, Yep, she texted me again. Got to go, y'all. But look, big up. Let me say shout out to Rowan Kumar. Happy birthday, buddy. Enjoy your 34th journey around the sun. My 34th journey around the sun will begin November 1st. So I'll be turning 34. Damn, I'll be turning 34 then. I'll be joining you, buddy. Not far behind, but you've got a head start. So enjoy that. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's episode. Big ups to you, man. Hope your fucking 34th year is the best one yet. Hope mine is too. Hope everyone has a great fucking 34th year. We all celebrate Tottenham winning a trophy this year. A Europa. I'm thinking 6th place Europa. Hey, talk to me nicely. I'll see y'all tomorrow. But as always, if you haven't liked already and stuff, it's fine. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. But if you're on playback, like the video, comment to the stuff that I said. Please comment. Let me know what you think about Archie Gray, Bergvall, the kids, yada, yada. Tell me I'm full of shit. Tell me I'm cooking. It don't really matter. Because at the end of the day, I love Tottenham. And Tottenham loves me. All right, so that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And I also say this, I love you if you're listening to this right now, an hour 45 in to this show. So as always, folks, stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs.
Stars of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.